Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other socials for more. Enjoy. Alexia blinked, confusion settling in as she took in her surroundings. This wasn't her room. The decor was far too feminine, all pastels and floral prints. And these nails. She held her hands up to the light, examining the perfectly manicured talons with a mix of fascination and alarm. Throwing back the covers, she swung her legs over the side of the bed. Her toes, she realized with a start, were painted a matching shade of crimson. The satin pajamas she wore felt foreign against her skin, cool and slippery. What the hell happened last night? Alexia muttered, racking her brain for any clue. The last thing she remembered was meeting up with Ashley for drinks after work. Everything after that was a blur. Standing on unsteady legs, she made her way to the full-length mirror on the closet door. The reflection that greeted her was shocking. Long, wavy hair fell past her shoulders, artfully tousled as if she'd just stepped out of a salon. Mascara smudged under her eyes, remnants of last night's makeup. A soft knock at the door made her jump. "Alexia, you up?" Ashley's voice called from the other side. "Yeah, come in," Alexia replied, her voice sounding hoarse. The door opened and Ashley breezed in, looking fresh-faced and cheerful. "Good morning, sleepyhead. How are you feeling?" Alexia gestured helplessly at her reflection. "Ashley, what the hell happened to me?" Ashley's smile widened. "You don't remember. You challenged me to show off my styling skills, said I couldn't possibly make you look feminine. Well, darling, I think the results speak for themselves." Memories started trickling back. The bar, the dare, stumbling back to Ashley's place, giggling as her friend worked her magic with makeup and hair products. "Oh my God," Alexia groaned. "I can't believe I let you do this." "Hey now, you look gorgeous," Ashley said, moving to stand beside her. "And you were having the time of your life last night. Don't try to deny it." Alexia had to admit the transformation was impressive. She barely recognized herself. "I guess I underestimated your talents," she conceded. Ashley beamed. "That's more like it. Now, how about we get you dressed? I've got the perfect outfit picked out." "Oh no, I should really get home and change." "Nonsense," Ashley cut her off. "You can't waste all my hard work. Besides, you promised you'd let me style you for the whole day. Don't tell me you're chickening out now." Alexia hesitated. She had a vague recollection of making that promise. And if she was being honest with herself, part of her was curious to see how far this transformation could go. "Fine," she sighed. "What did you have in mind?" Ashley clapped her hands excitedly and hurried to the closet. She emerged with a hanger holding a flowy sundress in a soft peach color. "This will look amazing with your coloring." Alexia eyed the garment skeptically. "I don't know, Ash. That's pretty feminine." "That's the whole point, silly. Come on, give it a try. If you hate it, we can try something else." Reluctantly, Alexia took the dress. She shooed Ashley out of the room to change in private. Slipping out of the satin pajamas, she stepped into the dress, marveling at how the fabric felt against her skin. It was unexpectedly comfortable. She struggled a bit with the zipper, her long nails making it difficult to grasp. Finally managing to zip it up, she turned to examine herself in the mirror. The dress hugged her in all the right places, the hem falling just above her knees. "Okay, you can come back in," Alexia called. Ashley burst through the door, her eyes lighting up at the sight of her friend. "Oh my God, you look incredible. How does it feel?" Alexia smoothed her hands over the skirt, enjoying the soft texture. "It's nice," she admitted. "Comfortable. See, I told you. Now let's do something about that bedhead and smudged makeup." The next hour was a whirlwind of activity as Ashley worked her magic once again. She expertly applied fresh makeup, transforming Alexia's face with subtle contouring and a natural-looking lip color. Her hair was tamed into soft waves that framed her face perfectly. "There," Ashley said, putting the finishing touches on Alexia's hair. "You're all set. Ready to face the world?" Alexia examined her reflection. hardly able to believe the stunning woman staring back at her was really her. "I guess so," she said, a mix of nervousness and excitement fluttering in her stomach. They headed out, Ashley insisting they grab brunch at her favorite cafe. Alexia felt self-conscious at first, certain everyone was staring at her. But as they walked, she began to relax, even enjoying the feeling of the dress swishing around her legs. At the cafe, they snagged a table on the patio. Alexia sipped her mimosa, her long nails clinking against the glass. "I have to hand it to you, Ash. This is kind of fun." Ashley grinned. "I knew you'd come around. So, want to make a stop at the salon after this? My friend Lisa does amazing nails. We could get you a proper manicure to replace that rushed job I did last night." Alexia hesitated, then shrugged. "Why not? In for a penny, in for a pound, right?" After brunch, they made their way to Glamour Girls, the upscale salon where Ashley worked. The bell chimed as they entered, and a petite blonde looked up from the reception desk. "Ashley, I didn't think you were working today," she said, her eyes moving curiously to Alexia. "I'm not, Lisa. Just brought my friend in for some pampering. Think you can squeeze her in for a manicure?" Lisa's face lit up. "Of course. Come on back, honey. I'm Lisa." Alexia followed her to a nail station, settling into the plush chair. "I'm Alexia. Nice to meet you." As Lisa began working on her nails, removing the polish from the night before, she chatted amiably. "So, how do you know our Ashley?" "Oh, we've been friends for years," Alexia replied. "She's always trying to get me to embrace my feminine side. Guess she finally succeeded." Lisa laughed. "Well, she certainly did a great job. That dress is darling on you." The conversation flowed easily as Lisa worked, shaping and buffing Alexia's nails. When it came time to choose a color, Alexia hesitated. "What do you think?" she asked Ashley, who was lounging in a nearby chair. "How about a nice pale pink? Something subtle but pretty," Ashley suggested. Alexia nodded. "Sounds good to me." As Lisa applied the polish, Alexia found herself relaxing into the experience. There was something soothing about being pampered like this. "All done?" Lisa announced eventually. "What do you think?" Alexia examined her nails, admiring the glossy pale pink. They looked elegant and feminine, nothing like her usual short, unpolished nails. "They're beautiful," she said sincerely. "Thank you, Lisa." As they were preparing to leave, Ashley pulled Alexia aside. "Hey, I've got a crazy idea. How would you feel about working here?" Alexia blinked in surprise. "What?" "Ashley, I don't know the first thing about doing nails or hair." "You could learn," Ashley said enthusiastically. "We're looking for an apprentice. You'd start with basic stuff, shampooing and reception work, and learn as you go." "What do you say?" Alexia's mind whirled. It was a tempting offer. She'd been feeling stuck in her current job for a while now, and after today, she had to admit there was something appealing about the world of beauty and fashion. "Can I think about it?" "Of course," Ashley said. "Just let me know soon, okay? The position won't stay open forever." Over the next few days, Alexia found herself thinking more and more about Ashley's offer. She kept her nails polished, enjoying the way they looked, and even wore some of the clothes Ashley had lent her. It was like trying on a new persona, and she was surprised by how much she liked it. A week later, she called Ashley. "I'll do it," she said. "I want to try working at the salon." Ashley's squeal of delight was almost deafening. "Oh my God, this is going to be so much fun! When can you start?" And so began Alexia's journey into the world of beauty. Her first day at Glamour Girls was a whirlwind of introductions and training. Lisa took her under her wing, showing her the ropes of reception work and how to properly shampoo clients' hair. As the weeks passed, Alexia found herself fully embracing her new feminine persona. She invested in her own wardrobe of dresses and skirts, loving the way they made her feel. Her makeup skills improved rapidly under Ashley's tutelage, and she began experimenting with different hairstyles. One day, about a month into her apprenticeship, Ashley approached her with a proposition. "So, we've got this new hair removal system," she said. "It's supposed to be practically permanent. Want to give it a try?" Alexia hesitated. "I don't know, Ash. That seems pretty extreme." "Come on, think how nice it would be to never have to shave again," Ashley coaxed. "Plus, it would be good experience for you to see how it works. You might end up doing it for clients someday." Put that way, it did make sense. "Okay," Alexia agreed. "Let's do it." The process was more time-consuming than painful, and Alexia marveled at the smoothness of her skin afterward. It felt like another step in her transformation, another way of embracing this new version of herself. As months passed, Alexia's skills grew. She progressed from shampooing to assisting with color treatments, then to doing simple cuts under supervision. Her confidence blossomed along with her abilities. One afternoon, as she was finishing up with a client, Lisa approached her. "Hey, Alexia, I've got a cancellation. Want to practice your full manicure technique on me?" Alexia grinned. "Absolutely." As she worked on Lisa's nails, they chatted about everything and nothing. "You know," Lisa said, "I'm really glad Ashley brought you in. You've become such an asset to the team." Alexia felt a warm glow of pride. "Thanks, Lisa. That means a lot." "I mean it," Lisa continued. "You've taken to this like a duck to water. It's like you were always meant to be here." Those words stuck with Alexia long after her shift ended. As she walked home, the click of her heels on the sidewalk a comforting rhythm, she reflected on how much her life had changed in just a few short months. She thought back to that morning when she'd woken up in Ashley's spare room, confused and alarmed by her transformation. Now she couldn't imagine going back to her old self. This version of Alexia, confident, stylish, skilled, felt more authentic than she ever had before. Reaching her apartment, she kicked off her heels and padded to the bathroom. She studied her reflection in the mirror, taking in the expertly applied makeup, the glossy waves of her hair, the feminine curve of her body in her form-fitting dress. A smile spread across her face. This was who she was meant to be, and she couldn't wait to see where this journey would take her next. The following week, Alexia found herself assisting Carla, the salon's senior stylist, with a complex color treatment. As they worked, Carla shared stories from her years in the industry, offering invaluable tips and tricks. "You've got a real talent for this, you know," Carla remarked, watching Alexia expertly apply foils. "Have you thought about specializing?" Alexia paused, considering. "I'm not sure. I enjoy all aspects of the work." Carla nodded approvingly. "That's good. Versatility is key in this business. But if you ever want to focus on color work, I'd be happy to mentor you." The offer sent a thrill through Alexia. "Really? That would be amazing, Carla. Thank you." As they finished up with the client, Carla leaned in conspiratorially. "You know, we've got a big event coming up next month, the annual Glamour Girls Showcase. Each stylist presents a complete look. Hair, makeup, the works. It's a great opportunity to show off our skills to potential clients." Alexia's eyes widened. "Wow, that sounds incredible. I'd love to see that." Carla grinned. "Oh, you'll do more than see it, honey. You're going to participate." "What? But I'm just an apprentice," Alexia protested. "An apprentice with serious potential," Carla countered. "Trust me, you're ready for this, and Ashley and I will help you prepare." The next few weeks were a flurry of preparation. Alexia spent every spare moment practicing techniques, poring over fashion magazines for inspiration, and brainstorming ideas for her showcase look. Finally, the night of the event arrived. The salon had been transformed into a glamorous venue with a runway set up down the center. Clients, industry professionals, and local media filled the space, creating a buzz of excitement. Backstage, Alexia put the finishing touches on her model's makeup, her hands steady despite her nerves. Her creation was a bold, avant-garde look inspired by the changing seasons, a gradient of warm autumnal colors in the hair, transitioning from deep burgundy roots to fiery orange tips. The makeup echoed these tones, with a dramatic, smoky eye and rich earth tones and lips painted a deep, glossy red. "You've got this," Ashley whispered, giving her a quick hug before hurrying to take her place in the audience. As Alexia's model took to the runway, the crowd's reaction was immediate and enthusiastic. Cameras flashed, and she could hear murmurs of appreciation. Pride swelled in her chest as she watched her creation being showcased. After the event, as they were cleaning up, the salon owner approached Alexia. "That was quite a debut," she said, smiling warmly. "I think it's time we discussed your future here at Glamour Girls. How would you feel about taking on some of your own clients?" Alexia's heart soared. "I'd love that," she said, barely able to contain her excitement. As she left the salon that night, exhausted but exhilarated, Alexia felt a profound sense of belonging. This world of beauty and transformation, it wasn't just a job or a phase, it was her calling. She thought back to that fateful night when a drunken dare had led to her makeover. How strange to think that such a small moment could lead to such a dramatic life change. But then, wasn't that often the way? The biggest journeys often started with the smallest steps. Alexia smiled to herself as she walked home, the cool night air caressing her skin. She was exactly where she was meant to be, doing exactly what she was meant to do, and she couldn't wait to see what the future held. As the weeks turned into months, Alexia's client list grew steadily. Word spread about the talented new stylist at Glamour Girls, and soon she was booking appointments weeks in advance. Her specialty became transformation makeovers, helping clients discover new looks that brought out their inner confidence. One autumn day, as golden leaves swirled past the salon windows, Alexia was putting the finishing touches on a particularly dramatic makeover. Her client, a shy woman named Marie, had come in wanting a complete change. "Okay, are you ready to see the new you?" Alexia asked, positioning Marie's chair to face the mirror. Marie nodded nervously. Alexia slowly turned the chair, revealing Marie's reflection. Gone was the mousy brown hair and bare face. In its place was a stylish bob in a rich chestnut color, framing a face expertly made up to enhance Marie's natural beauty. Marie's hand flew to her mouth, her eyes wide with wonder. "Is that really me?" she whispered. Alexia smiled, laying a gentle hand on Marie's shoulder. "It is. This is the you that's always been there, just waiting to shine." Tears welled up in Marie's eyes. "Thank you," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "I never knew I could look like this." As Marie left the salon, walking taller and more confidently than when she'd arrived, Alexia felt a familiar rush of satisfaction. This was why she loved her job. The power to help people see themselves in a new light, to boost their confidence and change their outlook on life. Later that evening, as Alexia was cleaning up her station, Ashley sidled up to her. "So I couldn't help but overhear your client earlier. You really worked your magic on her." Alexia grinned. "Thanks, Ash. It feels good to make a difference like that." Ashley nodded, then hesitated for a moment before speaking again. "You know, I've been thinking. You've come so far since that first makeover. Have you ever considered taking it further?" Alexia raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean?" Ashley lowered her voice. "Well, there are procedures. Ways to make the changes more permanent. If you wanted to, that is." For a moment, Alexia was taken aback. But as she considered Ashley's words, she realized the idea didn't shock her as much as it might have once. She'd been living as this version of herself for so long now, it felt more real than her old life ever had. I'll think about it," she said finally. That night, as Alexia lay in bed, her mind whirled with possibilities. She thought about how natural it felt to live and work as she did now, how right it seemed. The idea of making it permanent was both thrilling and terrifying. She drifted off to sleep, dreams filled with images of transformation and rebirth. The next morning, Alexia woke with a sense of clarity. She knew what she wanted to do. She called Ashley before heading to the salon. "I've made a decision," she said when Ashley picked up. "I want to do it! I want to make this permanent!" Ashley's excitement was palpable even through the phone. "I'm so happy for you, Lex. Don't worry, I know just the doctor to talk to. We'll set everything up." Over the next few months, Alexia underwent a series of procedures. Each step of the way, she felt more and more like she was becoming her true self. Her friends at the salon were incredibly supportive, helping her navigate the changes and offering encouragement when things got tough. Finally, the day came when Alexia looked in the mirror and saw the person she'd always been meant to be staring back at her. Her outside now truly matched how she felt inside. As she walked into the salon that morning, she was greeted by cheers and hugs from her colleagues. They'd organized a small celebration to mark this milestone in her journey. "To Alexia," Carla toasted, raising a glass of champagne, "who showed us all the transformative power of beauty, inside and out." Alexia felt tears of joy prick her eyes as she looked around at the smiling faces of her friends. This was her family now, the people who had supported her through every step of her incredible journey. Later, as she worked on a client, Alexia caught sight of her reflection in the mirror. She smiled, seeing not just her outer beauty, but the confidence and joy that radiated from within. This was who she was always meant to be. As she applied a final touch of lipstick to her client's smile, Alexia knew that her own transformation was just the beginning. She had a lifetime ahead of her, helping others discover their true selves, one makeover at a time. And she couldn't wait to see what the future held. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other socials if you want more wonderful content, early access, behind the scenes, and more. All links down below.